Yo, it's your boy, Willet The Feral, here for another Roadside Rant, episode 2. So a couple things on my mind about our Las Vegas Raiders. The news about Ashton Jeanty sounds like it's only a sprained ankle, but the issue's in the name, right? Running. You're not going to be running on a sprained ankle. I would know. I sprained my ankle one time, which, I played football in high school, and I had a nasty sprain that I honestly thought broke. I heard it pop and everything. I played lineman, and I was guard at the time. My left tackle was getting pushed back. He stepped. Actually, no, sorry. I was tackle. They moved me all over, so I played guard, tackle, defensive end, linebacker. I was literally a Swiss Army knife. So I was out left tackle. My left guard was getting pushed backward, and I had my right foot back, kind of like anchoring myself against a block, and he stepped right on my heel was up, because I was on a pivot. Like, I had my foot up for a pivot because the tackle did a stunt with the end, and he came around, so I pivoted to engage him. So I had so my heel was up, and I was kind of on my toe to pivot, and he stepped right on the back of the heel, and it pinned it down. And then, of course, now I got this 290, 300 pound dude pushing into me, and I'm trying to anchor him while I got this dude pinning my ankle down, and I fell back while my foot was stationary because he was standing on it, so I was basically pinned in the ground and couldn't move, and it went BAP! And man, I swore that damn thing was broken, and somehow it was just a sprain. So, but that was one of the most painful things I ever experienced. I was limping so bad, and I was weight bearing, luckily. So, when I first got up, though, it wasn't. I immediately fell back down, that does explain why he kind of needed help off the field. But once it got, the pain lessened a little bit, and I had it in an athletic, those athletic elastic bands. It was pretty sturdy, but it definitely wasn't football ready. I don't think it took to fully heal. I want to say it was a month. I'm going to give away my age, though. That was 15 years ago, so if I don't remember correctly exactly, I think it took about a month, because the sucky thing about injuries is it was probably ready to go. I would say within 3 weeks or so, it was probably fully healed. But then you had that 1 week of the mental. Is my foot good? Can I actually plant and block and do all that? It matters. It gets in your head. It really does. You're is it ready? If I go out there 100% right now, am I going to re-aggravate it? It really, excuse my language, it fucks with your mental. It really does. I kind of think that's the issue with Malcolm Kuntz. He will ball out, get hurt, and then take almost a whole season, I feel to get his mental right, and then he balls out the last few games again. And then he gets hurt. It's dude. But it does. It messes with your mental. And so, hopefully Ashton Jeanty, hopefully he's got a good team around him that supports his mental too. Me being a mental health professional, hopefully he's got a good team around him that he feels comfortable and he can get right back in. So I don't know how long he's going to be out. It could be more than a month. I'm not 100% sure. It depends on how bad the sprain is too, where the sprain is. You know, if it's a high ankle or what too matters. So we'll see. But it's a huge opportunity for Mike Washington, who I feel has been pretty much MVP, you know, preseason MVP, man. He's just busting off these huge, tough runs. I love it. It's like, and this could be a huge opportunity. You know, he might end up being the number one back, which if Genty's going to be out for this, and then this helps someone like Lauby or, what was his name? Dale. Was it Dale? Here, the running back we signed recently, the veteran. It's like Dale I can't remember. Do you smell what the rock is cooking? But I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. He got some snaps in this last game, and he looked pretty good too. He's, you know, he was a pretty good kind of, you know, I seen him catch a couple of passes, a couple decent runs, was on special teams. I feel like, you know, if he's going to be on an extended period of time, I think you keep him and Lauby. I think that helps them both. Or now with the fear of him being hurt, you might keep 4 backs. You might keep Genty, Mike Washington, Ombawali, or I forget how you say his name. It's something along those lines. I can't look it up because this is the Roadside Rant for a reason. I'm heading down the freeway to work, so but I just wanted to share what's on my mind about our Raiders. And I think Lauby, well, I would pump the brakes on Lauby a little bit. He had one good game, one effective game, I'll say, but everything before that has been inconsistent. Now he needs to be consistent. If he can you know, he needs to string together games like he just had. If he does that, he's making a case for the team too. I would actually put him over the veteran guy who I can't remember his name, because why do you want a back that's going to be, I believe, like 32 when you have a third-year back? You keep the third-year back and you build a young team, basically. You want to ride with the young if you can. Sorry, gonna pop my soda here, and I swear it's soda. It's Coke Zero. Coke Zero. I did it fast so I don't get, well, I'm not monetized anyway, but so I don't get no knock on them. And don't drink and drive. Alcohol, that is. I'll kick your ass. I've lost family to freaking drunk drivers hitting their cars, and I've actually been in a car accident caused by a drunk driver as well, T-boning my car. So don't drink and drive or I'm going to come find you. That's the PSA of this episode too. Do not drink and drive. Call a damn Uber. Call a family. Call a friend. Do not get behind that damn wheel. I swear to God. Okay, what else is on my mind? So there's the Genty issue. I'm not supposed to turn here. Last time I missed my exit. This time I'm trying to turn and exit early. I've been up since, so just for context, I've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning. I live in California, and it is 5:23. So bear with me if I'm a little loopy. So there's the Genty news that stinks, but it doesn't sound like it's super major. I'm still really worried about our receiver room, which I touched on last time, so I'm not gonna stay on that too long. I still have some worries about the defense. I do feel like they did a little better, I want to say. I didn't see so much completions happening necessarily. Because that was the thing from the first game I noticed was they were in the right positions. They weren't making plays on the ball. I feel like this week around was a little bit better, and we did have the pick. So I think that was an improvement. If they can keep improving in that direction, then I'll be pretty happy with this defense. I was just really scared because we bring in an experienced offensive coordinator, and then they pick a guy who's going to be a first-time defensive coordinator, and I was like, I know he's like, a highly respected, up-and-coming guy. Like, he's been considered a future defensive coordinator for a long time, but it's like, it can really hurt your team. So, I was a little worried about that, and I hope I'm wrong, but I hope our defense ends up being pretty good. I originally thought they were going to be a top 10 because of, Quiddy Pay, Crosby, a lot of the moves we made. I don't know about that now. I'm really worried about our run defense and our secondary from what I've seen. So, I don't know. But the beauty of things, though, now that I think about it, though, if our offense is high scoring, though, but with that secondary issue, basically what's going to happen is we're going to have to get ahead. That eliminates the run game, so then we know they're going to be passing, and we need to, our ends and stuff hopefully can just pin their ears back and get after the quarterback, and then that helps our secondary, hopefully. But I don't know how often we're going to be having a dominant lead. I don't know. Sponsor me, Coke Zero. That'd be awesome. Okay. Yeah, so defense still worries me. We gotta do something about our kicking. I mean, I wasn't too big of a fan of Matt Gay coming on anyway. I would have preferred just to keep Carlson. And our Tokyo Toe experiment, I think, yeah, I understand where he's coming from. It's a good story. Teaching himself off of YouTube videos and things, but you just can't have misses like that. If you're wanting to train him up, this is what I would do, because it's a very low risk move. If you want, I would make him the international pathway player, really coach him up, see what he's got, so then at least he's not taking a roster spot. And I would get somebody else. I would actually bring back Carlson, have him and Matt Gay fight it out. And I mean, and then you can't, it's not going to hurt either, because our long snapper and AJ Cole have chemistry with him. So you're instantly going to have that chemistry back too. And maybe that's a big part of it, they're just not gelling on the snap and the holds yet because they're a new trio, maybe. I don't, So I would bring back Carlson for sure. I mean, I feel like he was pretty, he had a miss here and there, but I mean, I felt like he did well overall. I didn't feel like it was a move that needed to be made. To me, Matt Gay isn't an upgrade. It was a lateral to me. I feel like it was, I feel like they're all basically the same, except again, Carlson's younger. And I want to say his contract might have been cheaper too. Possibly. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Carlson's contract wasn't all that expensive either, probably compared to Matt Gay's. So, I don't know what the decision was behind that. I think it was, I can't remember if he had any ties to our special teams coach. He might have. That's the only reason I could think of that you bring in Matt Gay over Carlson. But I don't like what I see out of that either. We need more consistency. Can Matt Gay do it? Possibly. He did nail some pretty long. He did nail a pretty long field goal the other day. So who knows? He could be okay, but yeah. Oh, sorry, but it just comes down again. Consistency. Is he going to be consistent and make the kicks when we need him to make them? And then that's kind of my same thing with Laube. Yeah, you had some good runs. You had, you put some good stuff on tape, but can you do that consistently now? If you can't, you're not making this roster. Sorry, not doing it. Because it's taken you how many seasons? It's like your third season, and you're finally flashing a little something, but you did it for one game. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think this. I'm starting to kind of come back down to earth, I think, a little bit, where I'm like, because I want to say I had us at like, I can't remember my prediction. I'd have to watch back to my video. I want to say I said like 7 and 9, or would it be 10? So we have 17 games now, right? Oh my god, my brain's not awake yet, but I'm pretty sure I predicted us to get 7 wins. With what I've seen from the defense so far, I don't know about 7 wins. I'm not sure about that. Because I feel like they could possibly cost us some close games. I don't know. It completely depends on our defense. If they're getting ran on and the secondary's not, making plays on the ball, and it continues, I think we'll be lucky to get. I would downgrade it to maybe 5, which is quite a bit, which is still a bit of an improvement, because I think we had 2 wins last season. I don't even want to remember last season. I pretty much had already kicked that out of my brain, but yeah, I want to say we had 2 wins. I would hope we can at least get 6. I would like 7, but I think that's the ceiling. If you go from 2 to 7, that's a pretty decent upgrade. But I just don't know if our defense can do that. I really don't. They scare me. Yeah, I don't. Let's see. I don't really think there's anything else. It's just those couple pressing things. I'm worried about our defense. Run defense-wise and secondary-wise. I'm worried about Ashton Genty's injury a little bit, but I feel like Mike Washington, this could be a big opportunity if he gets starting reps and he gets some starting play time, which he might, because, this is already our last preseason game against the 49ers, and then it's pretty much go time. I don't know if Genty will be 100% by then, depending on how the sprain is. And he's been pretty damn explosive. He might do something with it. You might not. and then we have to discuss, do you stay with the hot hand or not? Do you keep giving the majority majority of the snaps to Mike, and you let Genty sprinkle in there while he's getting back, back to form. And then you'll have to consider possibly making it a 50-50 split between the two. Because at first I was thinking it wasn't going to be a straight 50-50, but the way Mike Washington's been playing, he's earned it. I would split them pretty evenly now. And then, I guess we could talk about that. I'm assuming starters aren't playing in the 49er game. Well, I don't know. It depends. Everyone always does different. Some don't play them at all, and they really want to see the back end of the roster people for cuts. But then some want to give them quite a bit of playing time, so then they're ready. So I don't know. I wonder what Kubiak's gonna do. Is he gonna give his starters quite a bit of time so they break the rust off for week 1, or are they gonna not play them at all and see what they have to make their decision for roster cuts? I would personally play them some, because I feel like that's always kind of bit us in the ass when we've done that before, where we don't give them a whole lot of reps in the preseason, and then they're taking the first 3-4 games to get warmed up. And we're not a team that can come back from that kind of, deficit. And I mean, not that we're going to be making the push for the playoffs or anything, but I don't think it helps our team's psyche with all these new guys to come out just like on like a 3-4 game losing streak because they're rusty. Like, if you want buy-in, your system has to go out there and win. So I would try to break off as much rust as possible, so then they're jamming come week 1 and building momentum. And that's how you keep your buy-in and the team improves. But that's all I have for this roadside rant. I actually just am parking at work right now. So thank you for joining and watching this video. If you enjoy this kind of more laid back Raider talk blah 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 rant, then please hit the like and subscribe, and let me know what you think about the topics we discussed. Give me your predictions for the 49er game, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.